Okay, so it's gonna. I guess we have we officially won the buggy circuit now. Yeah, look at that. We got a trophy. Game didn't even show it to us, but we got it. Won very decidedly. Well, I can't even lose anything at this point, really. Could I theoretically lose the... I could theoretically get tied for Supercross, I guess. I got no points, but... The game might still want me to get first in things to unlock stuff and whatnot, which is a problem here since I haven't in some places, but... okay. And let's just do the usual rounds to make sure there aren't any upgrades that I haven't put in my bike yet. Because sometimes that happens. Alright, I got the prototype of this thing. Do I need to upgrade this thing any further in reality? Oh yeah, I only bought the stage 1 because stage 2 was already way more expensive and gave me even more corn I honestly don't need. Okay. Do I want to buy any of these things? 10,000 for tiny horsepower increase. Very tiny. Yeah, these other things that I can buy just cost too much for effectively nothing in return, so... oh. Alright. Let's finish up the Supercross. For good. That'll be nice. I have the right tires, right? I hope I do. Yeah, all the Supercross is just dirt, right? So I think we should be fine. I think. Oh boy. This one's pretty big. Yeah, pulling out all the stops for all sorts of big twists and turns and whatnot. I still love how you can do this. It's a really dumb trick. No whole shot though. Should have just wasn't in the mode of thought yet for jumping. Right? Okay, hold on. I don't know what kept me from going to the right there like I wanted to, but hey. Okay, well never mind. No, the game just kind of decided to break for me for a second there. I don't need to like immediately get first or anything in these either, so... oh boy. Some rival you are wiping out right there. Yeah, this is the Supercross experience, alright. Just going over humps over and over and... having a hard time preloading when I need to, for some reason. Yeah, managing to do one preload successfully or not makes such a... whoa! Why are you doing that? Makes a big difference in this game. I cannot preload all the time. Also, why did that have to knock me out? This game just loves to make you tip forwards all the time, jeez. Yeah, I'm having such a hard time preloading in this. I guess lots of these bumps aren't quite very big upwards bumps. Like proper upward slopes, and it's hard to preload on them because of it. This is a pain. I am having such a hard time preloading on these. Oh my god. Yeah, I guess it's just really hard to preload. Something feels wrong with my steering. I don't know what's going on here. It's like I can't steer the way I'm trying to a lot of the time. Like, why? I feel like I was, like, stuck going left in a weird way. It doesn't feel like it's controlling the way it usually does, and I'm also having a really hard time preloading. I don't know if stuff is working different than usual. Here I am in last now, great. Knowing this game, if you... I do also want to get first in this race, just because there might be unlockables or something based on it. But knowing this game also, you probably have to actually get first and not get tied for first to qualify as first. It probably qualifies as second if you get tied for first. Even if I don't do especially well this particular attempt at the race, I do think I should keep going on this attempt right now, just to really get a feel for the course, because that's how Supercross goes. You have to get a feel for how to take each jump and whatnot. There aren't any huge jumps here either so far, it feels like, where I just fly over the whole thing. And leave my opponents in the dust in doing so. Any places where I get like a good run up and then just jump and fly forwards, which is how I was getting ahead in a lot of other races until now. The AI is actually taking some of these a good deal better than I am, unfortunately. Which I do not like to see. Of course, it is way harder to catch up after getting like way in last than it is to defend first place, so this doesn't mean I'll have a horribly hard time. Okay. On the next attempt when I'm not starting 25 seconds behind. Well, why is it... Okay, two things. One, why did I dip that far forwards? Two, why did the game think I was off the course? Probably because I was in between the two paths that I'm allowed to take, because the game is just that insanely aggressive about going off the course. Okay. Yeah, it's like I can't turn like I used to or something. Like, I can't turn! Why can't I turn? This thing has insane cornering, but I can't turn. Is something going wrong? I don't know what's happening. At this point, I am 30 seconds behind, and I am getting a good idea of the course, so let's just... Really good thing I don't necessarily... Okay, that's a separate problem in the game here. If you're touching anything, you can't turn anymore. So like I was stuck on that guy in front of me is what happened there. It's not like I wasn't trying to turn, I just wasn't allowed to. Whoa, why did I sometimes just fly forwards or backwards in the air like that? I still don't get what's happening here when that happens. And I may end up settling for a position other than first here, but I just need to get literally any points, is the reality of this. I don't remember how many I need for that. Probably top 4, maybe. Whoa, why am I jerking to the side when I try to preload like that? Something doesn't seem to be working right, control-wise, today. I don't know what it is. There's someone in front of me. There's Gibson wiping out. It's very nice to see. No, that wasn't a good navigation of those bumps at all. Didn't like how I landed. I tried to correct onto the other path to see if that would help at all, and it definitely did not, and then I oversteered. Why am I having such a hard time controlling the bike today? This is insane. It never feels this bad. Yeah, there are also just no big jumps here where I can just like fly ahead of everyone. Which is how I've been getting ahead on all these other ones. Also, I don't manage to do full preload a lot of the time either, for some reason. I don't know why that is either. I'm doing like half of it. Yeah. Okay. Well, that was a big bunny hop there. That was amusing. Again, just gonna try to place, basically, so it's not that big of a deal. Not get the acceleration I'd like to get on that particular turn into the jump. I don't manage to get as much speed going into some of these as I would like to either. I don't know why that is either. Yeah, that's not enough. Well, this is not going horribly, I guess. But not well either, I have to confess. God! I mean, so far this is the only time I'm really hating supercross as much as I normally do back in Fury 3, so I guess it's, in the end, not that bad. But this time I also can't fix the problem by just getting insane stats. Because I am already pretty much fully upgraded, I can't get a better bike. Ugh. Just cannot space anything out right. Okay. And I land on the hump again. I don't have the degree of control that lets me just decide where I want to land. So, another kind of just decide my exact speed every time I go on a jump, so it's not exactly easy to just say, okay, I'm just going to land in a dip in a way that would be efficient for this particular turn or anything like that. God. And I'm not doing any better than I did the first race at this point. Stop landing in the middle there. Jeez. I'm not trying to. Also, game, if it says you're off track just because you're in between two lanes that aren't even delineated, your off track detection is way too aggressive. See, that went fairly well. So here I end up landing on the hump again. If I could do a full preload there, it goes fairly well. But I don't manage to do that a lot of the time. I don't know why. That was largely better. The bike is so strange. Sometimes you just can turn a lot, and other times you can't. I don't get why. It's crazy the contrast between the race before this and this one, though. Between how well I can actually handle it. Don't land in the middle. Again, I don't remember what any points you get for each position, so I don't know if I'm at risk here of getting tied for first if Gibson gets first here and I get, say, 6th. I don't know if I get any points for 6th. I have the suspicion that I don't. Ugh. It doesn't tell you how much you get for each position. I also would like to not do absolutely awful this particular race, to be perfectly honest. It's just not easy not to. Look at these guys just going faster than me for some reason, though. I don't know why that is. I'm supposed to be the one that has the high acceleration and whatnot, too, although I guess they're just reaching their top speed when they have higher top speed than I do. I have optimized for, Turn, boy, turn! Why aren't you turning? I can't account for inconsistent handling. Like, if my turning radius is going to be different every time I try to turn, I can't handle that. What are you doing? Go away. What? What in the world was that? Why did I wipe out? Ugh. They do randomize when the gate comes down, which is kind of funny. They just land better than I do. Which is how I'm used to supercross feeling. This is where supercross goes, where it takes me when I can't preload or handle consistently. And on top of that, I can't just get ahead of everyone frequently by flying over certain jumps that should I not be preloading there? I'm not sure at this point. Well, I can't just fly over certain jumps that the others take slower. I guess over and over I just have to judge whether to try to preload on a given jump, aside from not taking turns in ridiculous ways. Which is a lot harder than it sounds when your turning radius can just change by a factor of like 5 for no obvious reason. If I can stand 4th, at least I can accept that. Ah, shoot. It's hard to do when I can't consistently preload, though. Yuck. I don't know how to take this part. Should I perhaps... Yeah, let's not preload there, I guess, and go on the right. That seems to work better. There we go. That's a really bad landing again. There I preload, but do it kind of early. Oh boy. Yeah, here if I preload, if I can preload enough, I can actually just take that jump fairly smoothly, which is good. Here I haven't quite figured out a consistent way of taking this well, unfortunately. Like that felt... Okay, well, still messed up a bit at the end. That was pretty okay on the whole. But I don't seem to have a consistent amount of speed going into that jump. Here, I do want to preload. There we go. It goes fairly well. Yeah, I'm getting better at this course, it feels like. Okay, so don't preload here. AI also just having occasional problems here. Yeah. Yeah, should I preload there? Try to preload less somehow? I say somehow because even though it's definitely a thing you can do in the game, I can't do it consistently. Can't do it consistently with full preload. Ah! I was pretty content with how that was going for a second. That I did pretty well. Knocking out Clark was not even deliberate, but I'll take it. You don't want to bunny hop too hard on these little bumps like this, because you do end up slowing yourself down a whole lot if you do. That is tempting a lot of the time. That could have gone better, but wasn't the worst. I've taken that, so I won't complain too much. Well, I do need to not fall behind like that. I'm not here to set any records, I'm just here to not get a bad position, so... Ah, shoot! Darn. Preload not working. That was not really where I needed to preload, admittedly. So having done so. Come on now. Yeah, well now we're falling back behind on the second last lap. Great. I had something pretty good going. If I do say so myself. You probably hear my stick making attempts frequently to do preloads that just don't happen. Okay, did not have the speed that I needed for that jump. Well, I don't expect to close a 13-second lead unless something stupid happens, but see how well I can not come into this well. Ugh. I came into that really poorly. See how well I can do on this map at least. That preload wasn't enough. Shoot. Oh, come on! I'm thinking, oh hey, my opponent wiped out. That's good for me. And then I just bounce off to the side and wipe out myself. The AI also not being able to consistently control themselves in these vehicles on these courses is probably a bad sign, considering how many times we've seen our opponents wipe out too. No, okay, I guess I'm going down here now. Again, I'm just going for 4th, so far I'm on par. The Clark is a problem for that right now. I took these jumps a little bit differently this time, just wasn't sure. Shoot! Okay, thankfully I still got points for that. Ugh, that was horrible. Ugh, whatever. I didn't even look at how much money I got for winning those tournaments. Well, it worked, I guess. If I need to get first in things to unlock stuff, but that definitely didn't happen. Like to get sponsor deals and whatnot, which might, for money, that's just nice, but I don't need it. But, so you don't even get that many credits for winning these tournaments, actually. It's a very small bonus compared to what you earn doing the tournament. But, it's mostly for, like, special gear and whatnot. All those silly gloves and boots I can win, goggles, those actually are new things to load. Okay, but anyways, we'll continue with a probably, hopefully, more comfortable truck race next time, I think. Alright, see you then.